Governor Inslee makes a stop at the new Pasco Police Training Center, signing a law that changes the requirements for police to start a chase. And 3 Yakima police officers are now on leave after the fatal shooting of a 27-year-old man on his own front lawn.
And we have a look at your morning conditions, your first alert weather forecast right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And it is May 4th, so of course I have to say it. May the 4th be with you.
Happy Star Wars Day to you.
Happy Star Wars. Are you a Star Wars fan?
Absolutely.
You are?
I've been
Okay.
since I was a little kid. Big fan. My older brothers are bigger fans.
I have to admit, I've only seen a couple of them. I
That's
haven't
okay.
seen a lot.
Well, we'll watch them.
Yes. And of course, we'll be talking about that later in the show, too.
We will.
But for right now, we should probably talk about weather.
Oh, what a beautiful day it was yesterday.
Yes.
What a beautiful day it was yesterday. It's cooling down a little bit into today, but let's get into our weather forecast. A beautiful day out. It's looking a little dark and toppenish right now, but that's okay. The sun's going to come out in a little bit. It's going to be a nice and warm day today, but our temperatures are dropping into tomorrow. They're definitely dropping from yesterday. And we've got some overnight and evening showers that are ahead of us with a wet, windy, and cool Friday that is on the way. Beautiful day ahead of us today, though. Our temps right now, the lower 60s across all of our regions, upper 50s in the blues. Beautiful so far. Going to be heating up just a little bit. 77 in Yakima today. In the Tri-Cities, we're looking at 77 degrees as well. Beautiful, hot and sunny day, but yesterday we were seeing the upper 80s in the Tri-Cities, so we're lowering just a little bit, and even in the 90s we saw yesterday. In Walla Walla, we're seeing mid-70s. We're going to see a lot of changes that are coming tomorrow, though. I'll have all of that in my full forecast that's coming up. Jill, back to you.
Governor Inslee paid the Tri-Cities a visit yesterday, making a major announcement on the police chase bill. It comes under scrutiny in recent months because of the restrictions it's placed on when police can begin a pursuit. During the opening of the new Pasco Regional Training Center, Inslee signed House Bill 5352 into law. That lowers the requirement from probable cause to reasonable suspicion for police chases. Inslee called the bill and the grand opening of this training center a positive move for law enforcement throughout the state.
And I'm so excited that we now are extending the ability to provide great training across the state of Washington. Isn't it great that people now can get trained in this community and don't have to leave their families so they can start their profession? Yes. This is a tremendous advance when it comes to law enforcement.
Cap KVUE got a look inside the new training facility, and the first class starts on Monday. We'll hear from Pasco Police Chief Ken Roski later on Good Morning Northwest, talking about the benefits of a regional training center. Governor Inslee also signed a handful of bills in Richland yesterday morning while visiting one of Energy Northwest's solar energy storage and training facilities. These bills all relate to clean energy. Governor Inslee says Washington State has seen an increase of 460% in deploying solar power in the last 5 years. He says no place in the Western Hemisphere is growing renewable energy as fast as the state of Washington.
And that is no more indicated and proved than these solar panels right behind me. Because when you know what you see when you look at these solar panels, I think it's important to realize what you don't see first. You do not see a dirty coal stack spewing out tons of carbon dioxide and pollutants, injuring the health of our children.
Some of these bills include improving planning efforts for the implementation of clean energy infrastructure, sustainable aviation fuel production in the state, providing transit agencies the ability to use green hydrogen instead of diesel buses, and several more. He also attended a roundtable at the Port of Benton to discuss Washington's efforts to drive innovation and economic growth in the clean energy sector, and ended his day at the Pasco Police Regional Training Facility. Washington's drug possession law expires on July 1st with no replacement. But Governor Inslee has called state lawmakers back to work for a special session coming up on May 16th. That could last for up to 30 days. If we get to July 1st without a new law, then local governments could create their own rules. But opponents are worried that kind of patchwork approach could make the whole situation worse. 3 Yakima police officers are on administrative leave after fatally shooting a 27-year-old man on his front lawn. Cap KVU's Emily Goodell reports it started with someone calling 911 about a family member having a mental health crisis.
Police say family members told them the man had recently stopped taking his medication and had been making statements indicating that he wanted to shoot someone, and at some point armed himself with a sawed-off shotgun and went outside. That's when family members locked themselves inside the house and called 911. When officers arrived soon after, police say they asked the man to put down the weapon multiple times, and at some point 3 YPD officers fired at the man and killed him.
I have put them on administrative leave, which is standard procedure for the Yakima Police Department, and they'll remain on administrative leave until the investigation runs its course and we conduct an administrative investigation to determine if there's any policy violations or training issues or safety issues that we need to address as an agency.
The Yakima Valley Special Investigations Unit has also launched its own investigation into the shooting. Yakima police say they'll be releasing the names of those officers involved and how long they've been with the department in the next 48 hours. We'll continue to keep you updated as we learn more. Reporting in Yakima, Emily Goodell, Cap KVU Local News.
A follow-up in the recall effort against 3 Richland School Board members. Petitions seeking the recall of Audra Bird, Semi Bird, and Carrie Williams have been turned into the Benton County Auditor's Office. The Auditor's Office will handle the verification and canvassing of petition signatures. That process begins on May 11th at 9 a.m. at the Benton County Voting Center. It could take between 5 and 10 days to complete. A pilot is okay after they landed their plane just short of the Tri-Cities airport after their plane lost engine power last night. Rescue crews were called to the Tri-Cities airport just before 7 p.m. for a report of a plane in distress. Pasco Fire Department's Ben Shearer says the pilot reported engine failure and ended up landing the plane in a farm field just short of the airport. The pilot was not hurt, and an investigation is underway on why the engine lost power. A ceremony that was put off for a couple of years, lost to time, took place last night. The Wiley Elementary School time capsule was opened. Memories from more than 2 decades ago were unveiled in front of former and current staff, students, and Wiley Coyote fans. It was sealed in the year 2000, following the first school year. Then it was put on display until it was supposed to be opened in 2020. That was pushed off due to the pandemic until Wednesday evening. Inside were many Pokemon cards, Beanie Babies, letters, and photos from the students and staff of the year 2000, and even a former student's Game Boy, which is being returned to its rightful owner. Former Principal Mark Nelson was the master of ceremony at the event and says this year's class will be making its own time capsule to be opened 20 years from now. Well, our own former Wiley Elementary School student, Riley Fitzgerald, joins us now, and you were there last night.
I was there last night.
Was that nostalgic for you?
Oh my goodness, it could not be more nostalgic. I saw my first, 3rd, and 5th grade teachers there last night. I got to chat with them about what's happened since 1st, 3rd, and 5th grade, which I would say quite a lot. And just seeing all those memories and things. I wasn't going to school there in the year 2000 when they opened in 1999, but like it was so cool to see those memories. And you know, I had Pokemon cards growing up, and all of us did. and so seeing that was just very nostalgic and a beautiful event.
Oh, that's awesome. And maybe a beautiful day ahead for us?
Oh, absolutely a beautiful day ahead. Cooler than yesterday. We're taking a live look outside in Toppenish right now. Today will be a very nice day. Tomorrow we're cooling down though. I'll have your extended forecast coming up.
And an experimental Alzheimer's drug has shown signs of slowing down patients' cognitive decline. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Your hometown store has a wide selection of everything egg-related. Plus, we're the largest Purina dealer in Hermiston. Products you trust from people who care. Northwest Farm Supply in Prosser, Hermiston, and Othello.
At Bruce Heating & Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating & Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $2,100 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating & Air.
An accident can shatter your life. At Tamaki Law, we put your life back together.
I believe my purpose in life is to help people. My clients depend on us to fix their circumstances. That's our job. The stakes are high and we can't let them down. That's why we work hard and fight for the justice they deserve.
If you've been seriously injured, call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
From Cap View, this is Apple Valley Eats.
We see food as like a form of entertainment, so people want the experience, and I think that's something we really provide here at Proof is the way the food's presented, the way it tastes. Again, people have a lot of options when it comes to dining out, so to be able to offer something good and that tastes good and its quality is definitely a focus of ours. So the patio is on probably the busiest street in Tri-Cities, Columbus Center Boulevard. So if you're driving by, you'll see us. It's a little loud out there, but it's a ton of fun. On a hot weekend, you can see views of the river and just all the action that happens here on Columbus Center Boulevard. Our goal with Power Up, we opened Power Up almost 4 years ago now. To be able to go and enjoy the games that a lot of us, the 30, 40, 50-year-olds grew up playing, was just has been a ton of fun for me. Yeah, so one of the fun things we offer is if you show your receipt from Proof over at Power Up, we'll give you $5 in free tokens. So you can continue your night on there. Proof Kitchen and Bar is our location in Pasco off of Burden. It's a larger location for sure. It also includes our karaoke bar, the Juice Box. You can rent a private karaoke room any night of the week that we're open, and it accommodates up to 17 people. I know some people love to sing, but they don't love to sing in front of strangers, so you can bring your friends and family in and enjoy that private space in your own private room, just to kind of have fun and enjoy your night.
One day, I will rock that swimsuit.
Your one day is closer than you think. From fresh meals to one-on-one coaching, Jenny Craig is Weight Loss Made Simple.
Your one day starts today.
Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Cap KView.
Big news for people in the early stages of Alzheimer's disease. A new experimental drug has shown promising results in a large clinical trial, slowing cognitive decline in many patients. Mandy Gaither has more on the clinical trial and when the drug maker plans to seek authorization from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
For the millions of Americans affected by Alzheimer's, the road to battling the disease has been bumpy, but an experimental medication is offering new hope.
It's not a cure. It is not going to be a miracle drug. It is a great first step.
Participants in a large clinical trial receive the medicine donanemab by infusion once a month. The drug maker says it slowed declines in patients' ability to think clearly and perform daily tasks by more than a third. The drug works by removing plaque buildups in the brain known as amyloid that are a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease.
They only work at the very early stages of the disease. So if you have mild to moderate Alzheimer's dementia, it's too late.
That's why neurologist Douglas Shari with the Ohio State's Wexner Medical Center says we need to build upon this research, stressing that early detection is critical. This latest drug is among a new group showing promise. The FDA granted accelerated approval for another experimental Alzheimer's drug called lecanemab in January. Robert Egge with the Alzheimer's Association says access to these new and upcoming drugs needs to improve.
That's what's the priority right now, is to make sure that these important treatments are available. If a patient and their doctor decide it's right for them, they can be sure that Medicare will have them available.
The drug maker plans to file for FDA approval by the end of June.
There were some side effects of this drug reported. 3 of the more than 1,700 patients who took part in the trial over 18 months died. 2 of those deaths were attributed to adverse events such as brain swelling or microhemorrhages. Coming up, the entertainment world waits as the writers' strike in Hollywood enters its 3rd day. And Riley Fitzgerald returns with a look at your First Alert forecast.
This week, the Coronation Countdown is on, and GMA invites you to a front row seat to history. Join Good Morning America for all the royal pageantry, the family, the celebrations, the fashion, and oh yes, the parties on Good Morning America.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, stunning smiles for the whole family.
At Vapiano, we invite you to slow down, enjoy the journey. Make a reservation today. Taste wine where it's created. Sample a variety of wines from Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and make it a day to remember. Vapiano Estates, Walla Walla.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you. Which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
And now please welcome Anna Montoya.
Hello there, fellow students.
Breakfast sounds better together, doesn't it? Make it even more special with the hazelnut and cocoa taste of Nutella. Nutella, wake up to wow.
Try Tide Power Pods with 85% more Tide in every pod.
Who needs that much more Tide?
Everyone's gonna need more Tide. It's a mess out there. That's why there's 85% more Tide in every Power Pod.
See?
You work hard for your money, and now you can get up to $1,200 back on state taxes you already paid with the Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book at BuyMart.com. It's 16 pages of great store-wide savings, including everything you need for spring planting and gardening, pet supplies, and more. At Bi-Mart, our members get more value every day.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
This newscast sponsored by Dairy Queen. Now, Cap KVUE First Alert Weather.
Welcome back, everyone. We're taking a live look out in Toppenish right now, where Jill and I have been seeing some lightning in the distance. Oh, there it is. We're seeing some more of it. We've got some lightning ahead of us and some thunderstorms with chances tonight as well. Let's take a look at your weather forecast. Happy Thursday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. We're definitely seeing our temps drop from yesterday and especially into tomorrow. We've got some overnight showers that are going to make our way into this wet, windy, and cool Friday. And these changes are coming because of a low pressure system starting in California that's making its way north into our areas, pushing a lot of shower activity throughout our day today as well. We're also getting some influence tonight from a system that's coming north from Alaska into our areas. That's going to be cooling us down quite a bit. If we take a look at our futurecast, we're seeing some shower activity that's moving its way through our area today, but especially tonight, another movement is coming, causing some consistent rain into tomorrow morning and throughout our day tomorrow, some consistent rain and quite a few clouds as well. If we take a look into the weekend, well, we're clearing up just a little bit, but we're still going to have some of that rain tonight and into tomorrow. If we take a look at our temps for today, mid to upper 70s for the Yakima area, upper 70s, lower 80s for the Mid-Columbia. And if we take a look in the blues, we're seeing mid to low 70-degree temperatures. Beautiful day today. Tonight, we're seeing less heat than we've been seeing for the last couple of days, but we're building some showers that are coming late as well, which is why we're cooling down just a little bit. We're seeing the upper 40s and lower 50s for our temps for tonight. For our wind outlook, we're raising our winds just a little bit for tomorrow, about 15 miles per hour, settling through the week, staying pretty consistent throughout. If we take a look at our temperature trend, there's that big drop. We were hitting 90 degrees yesterday in the Tri-Cities. We're going to be dropping down to 58 degrees. That is more than 30 degrees of a drop. Big changes that are coming for our area, so be prepared for that big drop in temps, staying around below our averages for the rest of the week. If we take a look at our 7-day forecast, well, we're starting with that beautiful day today, definitely dropping into tomorrow and staying pretty consistent throughout the rest of the week, mid 60s up to the upper 60s for Yakima. In the Tri-Cities, staying upper 70s today, dropping 20 degrees for tomorrow and staying in the upper 60s, lower 70s for the Tri-Cities. In Walla Walla, we're starting 74 today, dropping 20 degrees, a little more rain coverage across Walla Walla over the next couple of days. We've got some showery changes that are coming for us today and into tomorrow. Today's going to be a beautiful day, though. We just got to get ready for those changes. Have a great Thursday.
Hollywood writers have been on strike for nearly 3 days now. WGA members walked off the job after failing to get a contract deal, bringing a halt to TV and movie productions. They told reporter Jeff Wynn why they're in this fight.
Under one of the most famous water towers in the world, 3-year-old Mirabelle picketed with her mom and dad.
We have not had a staff job in a couple years.
Charla and James Oliver are a writing team striking with the Writers Guild of America. On Monday, the union and the Hollywood studios failed to reach an agreement on a new labor contract.
When you're working, you do get paid well, but that money needs to carry you through the lean years.
The sticking points have been over more pay and higher residuals for streaming content. The studios have pushed back, saying the industry is facing budget constraints, as seen with recent layoffs at Disney and Warner Brothers Discovery. A number of writers have been telling us even before the strike there has been a slowdown in production over the past year, forcing them to look elsewhere for work.
In order to survive, I had to take a job at REI to supplement my income.
Don Kamuchi Sharavanan has a long list of writing credits, including HBO's Sharp Object and The Falcon and The Winter Soldier on Disney+. But she says unless a show is on network TV with reruns, residual checks may be as little as $25.
When you get to sort of the more exotic platforms, the checks get smaller and smaller and smaller.
Mirabelle was born a month into COVID lockdowns. That's her on mom's chest, as Charla worked on a script her parents sold before the strike.
The odds of getting something on the air, it's like hitting the lottery and then hitting the lottery again in the same day. The odds are so stacked against you, and they frankly don't need to be.
What do we want? When do we want it? Now!
With no end in sight for the strike, it's unclear if the Oliver's project will ever move forward. In Burbank, Jeff Nguyen, KCAL News.
Princess Leia is about to get her due on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Carrie Fisher is set to receive a star on the famous sidewalk today. Why? Well, because it's May 4th, of course. It's the unofficial Star Wars Day, due to the phrase, "May the 4th be with you." Carrie Fisher has done more than just Star Wars, though. She's had a diverse career, including as an Emmy Award-nominated television actress and novel author, but she was always best known for her portrayal of Princess Leia in the Star Wars franchise. Fisher died in 2016 at 60 years old. She will join her co-stars Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford on the Walk of Fame. While there are already more movies, series, and books than even the biggest Star Wars fan could consume in a day, this May the 4th brings a pair of new series set in that galaxy far, far away. David Daniel has that and more.
Heroes you were born to be.
The new Disney Plus and Disney Junior series Young Jedi Adventures is set in the High Republic era as Jedi younglings explore the galaxy and learn the ways of the Force.
No need to fear. There are others like you here.
I saw it myself. She has special powers.
Star Wars Visions Volume 2 on Disney Plus features new short films made by 9 different animation studios from around the world, each telling a new Star Wars story in their own way.
May the Force be with you.
This could be the end of the fight! Holy smokes! Ripperoni wants to keep it going! Wow, what a shot! Look at those 2 forks are gone on the front side ending!
After weeks of preliminary bouts, the 32 contestants in BattleBots World Championship 7 are set. Despite the beating Endgame took from Ripperoni in this match, both bots made it into the tournament. It's robot fighting time when the first matches of World Championship 7 premiere tonight on Discovery Channel. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
When we return on Good Morning Northwest, a sheriff's deputy sprang into action to help in an emergency on the side of the highway that didn't have much to do with the car.
Steps to a brighter future with Merit Resource Services.
When you are in need of substance abuse disorder treatment and your burdens are too much to bear alone, Merit will help. Our experienced and certified staff offers support recovery for all in need by providing access to quality assessment, education, integrated treatment services, and co-occurring services for substance abuse and behavioral health needs. Merit Resource Services, where we believe in recovery for all.
Next ET, Guardians of the Galaxy stars spilled the ET.
Should we just say it?
Yeah. Wild confessions from Chris Pratt and his castmates.
Send me your dirty underwear and I'll wear them.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Cap KView.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
My mom hired a bath fitter to make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took forever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bath Fitter will remodel your bath in as little as 1 day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
Back by popular demand. When you shop Furniture Row, you pay what we pay. That's right. For a limited time, our employee pricing is available to everyone. Get 15% off any single item when you spend $9.99 or more. That means you can save big on that perfect sofa, dining table, bed, or Denver Mattress brand mattress.
Our discount is your discount.
Plus, furnish your entire home with 4 years no-interest financing. But hurry, employee pricing at Furniture Row ends soon.
At the Blue Mountain Station in Dayton, Washington, we invest in community. Our partners include Sweet Cheeks Bake Shop, Cedar Rain Spirits, Onyx Farms, Ray's Roast, Red Band Cellars, Bard & Bead Meadery, and the Co-op and Commercial Kitchen. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
Join us at Geisa Stadium on May 17th for the second annual Salute to Seniors. At 12:30, enjoy an all-you-can-eat and drink buffet before catching the Dust Devils action at 1:30. Don't miss out on this fun-filled day celebrating our beloved seniors.
Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Cap KView.
Welcome back. A sheriff's deputy in Florida went beyond the call of duty Sunday to help deliver a baby on the side of a highway.
And it was all caught on his body camera. According to the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, a driver approached Master Deputy Daniel Red Jones in a panic. He said his pregnant wife was about to give birth in the front seat of the car.
Jones immediately sprang into action and he assisted the mother in giving birth to a baby girl. The sheriff's office said Jones was thrilled to help, and it was actually his third time helping a citizen deliver a baby.
Both the mother and baby were taken to a nearby hospital to get checked out. According to the sheriff's office, Jones suggested the family name the baby Red after him.
Red. 3 times, my goodness. It's just becoming a standard part of the job for him.
Exactly. I mean, 911 dispatch can help you walk through steps to deliver a baby. They have all those lists and things of what to do in those situations. I don't think he needs it anymore. I think he's got it down.
Yeah,
exactly. Well, let's take a look at the weather today. Oh, it's looking bright outside. We're taking a look outside in Toppenish. We've been seeing some cloud coverage today. It's cooling down as opposed to yesterday. I'll have your first alert weather forecast. That's coming up.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, the Fed raises interest rates while the nation waits on a solution to the debt ceiling crisis. And the man suspected of opening fire inside an Atlanta medical center has been placed into custody.
In today's Tech Bites, Google's move toward a future without passwords. It's now supporting pass keys, which allow users to access accounts using a fingerprint, face scan, or screen lock PIN. Once added, your account will prompt for your pass key when you sign in or when suspicious activity is detected. Fortnite is now available on Amazon Luna, its cloud gaming service. Amazon says Fortnite has been its most requested game, but you'll need to be an Amazon Prime member or have a Luna subscription to stream it. And Airbnb has launched a new rooms category, which allows users to look for rooms in private homes and get very specific details. The listings will include whether bedrooms have locks, if bathrooms are shared or private, and whether anyone else will be in the home. Now, if someone is going to stay in your home, they should pay some rent. It's the least they could do. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
We know this story, the endless quest for your perfect foundation. You think you nailed it, yet still find yourself here. But there's a happy ending.
Let's get you matched.
With Sephora's exclusive Color IQ technology, we can find your shade and guide you to a match that feels right.
Let's try this one.
If we can do that, just imagine where we can go from here.
Okay, what's next?
Come in and discover your match at Sephora.
Introducing Astepro Allergy. Now available without a prescription, Astepro is the first and only 24-hour steroid-free spray. While Flonase takes hours, Astepro starts working in 30 minutes. So you can Astepro and go.
It's hard to run a business on your own. Make it easier on yourself. With Shopify, you can have your inventory, payments, and customers in sync across all the places you sell. Start your journey with a free trial today.
The Fed increases interest rates for the 10th time in little more than a year. All this as lawmakers are unable to come to an agreement on how to address the national debt limit. And the man suspected of a shooting in an Atlanta medical center has been captured by authorities.
And we have a look at your morning conditions, your first alert weather forecast right now.
From KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
We got a little bit of a light show earlier this morning with the lightning out on the Toppenish camera.
We did, and there's going to be possibly some more tonight and this morning, continuing for the next couple of days. We've got a lot of activity that's moving through our areas. If we take a look through that Toppenish sky cam, well, it's looking like a beautiful morning right now. Lots of cloud coverage for our morning, and it's just looking beautiful. Continuing to cool down as we get into our last couple of days. Yesterday was a hot one. Today is going to be pretty nice, and tomorrow very, very cool. We've got some overnight and evening showers that are ahead of us with a wet, windy, and cool Friday that's on the way. Big changes that are happening tomorrow. If we take a look at our temps right now, we're in the lower 60s throughout the Yakima Valley and the Mid-Columbia. In the blues, we're seeing the mid to upper 50s right now. If we take a look at our daily planner, we've got some clouds and we've got some sun for today. 77 degrees, a big drop. We saw the 90s yesterday in the Tri-Cities. We're going to see 77 today. Still very warm in the Walla Walla area. We're going to see 74 degrees. We're going to see some big changes that are happening tonight and into tomorrow. We'll have more on our full forecast. That's coming up.
In Atlanta this morning, authorities say they have caught the suspected mass shooter accused of killing one woman and injuring 4 others. The suspect had been on the run for hours after allegedly opening fire inside a medical center before his arrest late Wednesday. ABC's Justin Finch reports.
This morning, the mayor of Atlanta vowing that the now captured mass shooting suspect will face justice.
He will be charged and stand trial for his crimes.
24-year-old Dion Patterson accused of opening fire inside a medical center waiting room just before noon Wednesday.
There was a female shot. She's seriously bleeding, shot in the side and the back.
39-year-old CDC employee Amy St. Pierre killed. The CDC releasing a statement saying it's saddened by St. Pierre's sudden loss. 4 other women, ranging in age from 25 to 71, all rushed into emergency treatment for gunshot wounds.
He spent about maybe 2 minutes inside the building where he then exited on foot.
Police then saying its camera network tracked Patterson to a gas station, spotting him stealing a pickup truck left running.
Very shortly, we were joined by the GBI, the FBI, the Secret Service, as well as the United States Marshal Service as we sought to bring this person into custody.
A multi-agency pursuit. Law enforcement trailing Patterson outside Atlanta where he surrendered. In Washington, a Georgia senator demanding gun safety reform.
We behave as if this is normal. It is not normal.
The suspect's mother telling the Associated Press her son was a former Coast Guardsman who was suffering with mental instability from a new medication. She says the Veterans Affairs Health System denied Patterson the Ativan he wanted for his anxiety and depression. The Coast Guard confirms Patterson joined the service in 2018 and was discharged in January.
The Gun Violence Archive reports Atlanta was the site of at least 2 U.S. mass shootings Wednesday. The archive counts more than 190 mass shootings so far this year. Gun violence claimed 3 lives in New Jersey Wednesday night. Authorities in Newark responded to a shooting around 8:45 p.m. local time. They say numerous people were shot, including a child who was fatally struck in the chest. An investigation is ongoing. So far, no word about a possible motive. Mayor Ras Baraka says released a statement calling the incident tragic. The identities of the victims have yet to be released. Some U.S. households may want to hold off a little longer before making a major purchase. On Wednesday, the Federal Reserve announced its 10th interest rate increase since last March. This comes as the nation inches closer to the debt ceiling deadline. John Lawrence reports.
The Federal Reserve's fight against inflation is not finished.
The strains that emerged in the banking sector in early March appear to be resulting in even tighter credit conditions for households and businesses.
The central bank voted unanimously to boost interest rates by 1/4 point on Wednesday. That brings the federal funds rate to 5.25 1/4%, a high not seen in over 15 years.
My colleagues and I understand the hardship that high inflation is causing, and we remain strongly committed to bringing inflation back down to our 2% goal.
Another financial matter still hovering over Washington, D.C., the debt ceiling crisis. According to the White House Council of Economic Advisors, the U.S. could lose more than 8 million jobs and cut the stock market in half if the country breaks its spending limit. President Joe Biden and most Democratic lawmakers want it raised without any spending cuts.
Our view about the path forward remains the same. Can't choose the Default on America Act, must avoid the horrors of default, pass a clean bipartisan bill to avert default.
But some Republicans say Biden needs to hammer out a deal with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy.
The Speaker of the House has been sitting at the grown-ups table for months, waiting for President Biden to act like a leader.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
President Biden has invited House Speaker McCarthy and other top lawmakers to discuss the debt ceiling at a meeting scheduled for next week. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says the U.S. could default by June 1st if it isn't raised by then. Well, Riley Fitzgerald is here now with a look at your forecast.
Oh my goodness, a beautiful day today. Not quite as hot as it was yesterday, but a good cool down, even more cooling down into tomorrow. We're tracking the next few hours. More details about what to come in your First Alert weather forecast.
And with Mother's Day coming up, we'll have a few ways to get the perfect gift for mom without breaking the bank. STCU and Cap KVU Local News honor local volunteers by sharing their stories and donating $1,000 to their favorite charities. To nominate someone who's making a difference in Benton and Franklin counties, click on contests at yaktrynews.com.
When great food meets delivery, people just smile. Taste and See Deli in Yakima offers delicious catering that's home cooked like family. And whether you need a dozen box lunches or 100 breakfast burritos, we've got you covered. Give us a call or stop by. Taste and See Deli.
Oh my gosh, Chris Bryant, Freddie Freeman?
hustling in for the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu? Oh, 5 iconic flavors here for a limited time, like new peanut butter puppy chow.
Wow.
And s'mores is back.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow is right.
Hey guys.
Wow. The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu. Hustle in before it's gone.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
Total Energy Management has been serving the Tri-Cities area with superior HVAC service for over 38 years. Our priority is to exceed consumer and client expectations with innovative Carrier products in a brand new facility with state-of-the-art equipment. It's time to beat the cold with Carrier's Cool Cash rebate of up to $1,750. Turn to the experts at Total Energy Management and save on your next home comfort system.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different Briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the heat and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
We're seeing customers come in every single day. Pros are using battery equipment.
Making the switch to battery was one of the best decisions that we made as a company.
We made the switch to battery-powered equipment to be ahead of the industry.
It's made in America, and I wanted something that was built here.
This is where the world is headed. It's better to be ahead of it now than get on it later.
Built for you. Built for work. Real steel. Find yours.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. This Mother's Day is going to be historic in terms of spending. The National Retail Federation is predicting consumers will spend in record numbers this year. If you're still looking for gift ideas for mom, a bit of planning and creativity can save you money. Jen Sullivan gives us 5 ways to do a little cost saving.
Happy Mother's Day! Showering mom with love this 2023 will cost you a record-breaking amount of cash this Mother's Day. That's according to the National Retail Federation. It's predicting consumers will spend a record $35.7 billion this year, with the average person spending about $274. That's the highest amount ever recorded in the NRF survey. But experts say you don't have to overdo it.
There are lots of great ways to make mom feel loved and appreciated without breaking the bank.
Jessica Allen from LivingWellSpendingLess.com has these 5 tips to save money this year. 1. Be intentional. Pause before you make an impulsive or last-minute buy. And ask, what would really make mom feel special?
Maybe you're celebrating a mom who would feel just as loved, if not more so, with a handwritten note or a framed photo of a special event.
Which brings us to tip number 2. Make a budget and stick to it. 3. Get creative. Instead of going for popular pricey gifts like jewelry, go for alternatives that speak to mom's interests and her love language.
Schedule your own photo shoot or maybe book mom a class or a course or even a private lesson in an area of her interest, like a cooking class.
Number 4. Instead of an outing, get busy cooking. That way you avoid busy restaurants and overpriced Mother's Day brunches or dinners.
Plan a lovely meal at home that you prepare, that you clean up, that you prep and shop for.
And finally, create special moments. They're often free, like a movie marathon at home with mom's favorite movies.
According to the NRF survey, the top spenders are people between the ages of 35 and 44. They're expected to spend an average of $382.26 this Mother's Day. McDonald's says it was deeply troubling to learn children as young as 10 years old were working in some Kentucky restaurants. A Labor Department investigation into 3 franchisees found 305 children worked more hours than legally permitted or performed tasks not allowed for young workers. One company, Bauer Food, employed 2 10-year-olds but did not pay them. Investigators say they sometimes worked as late as 2 a.m. One of those 10-year-olds was also allowed to operate a deep fryer, which is prohibited for workers under 16. In a statement, McDonald's said the reports, quote, run afoul of the high expectations we have for the entire McDonald's brand. The total fines for the 3 franchisees was more than $212,000. Coming up, researchers at Washington State University have gotten FDA approval to use gene-edited meat as food. We'll tell you what exactly that all means next. And we'll return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast here on Good Morning Northwest.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
100% ribeye beef in a burger. Yep, 100% ribeye beef in a burger. My Ribeye Steakhouse burgers. All the flavor of a juicy ribeye steak in a burger. Did I mention they're made with 100% ribeye beef?
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile. The way it makes you look and feel. The way a smile lights up a room. So people can see the best version of you. Which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
American Idol on ABC.
Watch Sunday at 5 and 8 on ABC Cap KVU. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial House Dermatology Center in Benton City.
Do you have any land that gets no use? Save some money by using an American-made power racking system. It's a more cost-effective option than a standard pole and concrete method. Invest in green energy with the pros at Solar Power Northwest. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
If you've got the TV volume way up right now, then you really need these. These tiny but powerful little hearing aids are the Nano CIC Recharge, priced at only $297 for a full pair. These are not simply amplifiers. These are ultra high quality, ultra reliable hearing aids, priced thousands less than other hearing aids. They fit right in your ear. Nothing shows in the back of your ear. Payments as low as $36 a month.
1-800-277-1540. Kevin Costner's divorce. What went wrong? Next Extra. New details about the split and his ironclad prenup. What happens to the Aspen Ranch where they got married? Then Priyanka Chopra Jonas' New York fashion parade rolls on. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Cap KVU.
Are you tired of clean clothes that just don't smell clean? Downy Unstoppable's In-Wash Scent Boosters keep your laundry smelling fresh way longer than detergent alone. If you want laundry to smell fresh for weeks, make sure you have Downy Unstoppable's In-Wash Scent Boosters.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away, to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Miranda tweets, I've had trust issues since Jack in the Box discontinued French toast sticks. We'll open that circle of trust again, Miranda, because my French toast sticks are back in 3 or 6 pieces. But then they'll be gone again. It's a pattern. French toast sticks are back starting at $2.
Now, Cap KVU First Alert weather.
Welcome back, everyone. We're taking a live look outside in Toppenish right now. It looks like we might be getting a little bit of sprinkles on our sky cam right now. We've got some rain on the forecast for today. Let's talk about your weather. Happy Thursday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. We're definitely seeing our temps drop from yesterday and especially into tomorrow. We've got some overnight showers that are going to make our way into this wet, windy, and cool Friday. And these changes are coming because of a low pressure system starting in California that's making its way north into our areas, pushing a lot of shower activity throughout our day today as well. We're also getting some influence tonight from a system that's coming north from Alaska into our areas. That's going to be cooling us down quite a bit. If we take a look at our futurecast, we're seeing some shower activity that's moving its way through our area today, but especially tonight, another movement is coming, causing some consistent rain into tomorrow morning and throughout our day tomorrow, some consistent rain and quite a few clouds as well. If we take a look into the weekend, well, we're clearing up just a little bit, but we're still going to have some of that rain tonight and into tomorrow. If we take a look at our temps for today, mid to upper 70s for the Yakima area, upper 70s, lower 80s for the Mid-Columbia. And if we take a look in the blues, we're seeing mid to low 70-degree temperatures. Beautiful day today. Tonight, we're seeing less heat than we've been seeing for the last couple of days, but we're building some showers that are coming late as well, which is why we're cooling down just a little bit. We're seeing the upper 40s and lower 50s for our temps for tonight. For our wind outlook, we're raising our winds just a little bit for tomorrow, about 15 miles per hour, settling through the week, staying pretty consistent throughout. If we take a look at our temperature trend, there's that big drop. We were hitting 90 degrees yesterday in the Tri-Cities. We're going to be dropping down to 58 degrees. That is more than 30 degrees of a drop. Big changes that are coming for our area, so be prepared for that big drop in temps, staying around below our averages for the rest of the week. If we take a look at our 7-day forecast, well, we're starting with that beautiful day today, definitely dropping into tomorrow and staying pretty consistent throughout the rest of the week, mid 60s up to the upper 60s for Yakima. In the Tri-Cities, staying upper 70s today, dropping 20 degrees for tomorrow and staying in the upper 60s, lower 70s for the Tri-Cities. In Walla Walla, we're starting 74 today, dropping 20 degrees, a little more rain coverage across Walla Walla over the next couple of days. We've got some showery changes that are coming for us today and into tomorrow. Today's going to be a beautiful day though. We just got to get ready for those changes. Have a great Thursday.
Thank you, Riley. The FDA has given Washington State University authorization to use gene-edited pigs for food. First up, sausages that students and researchers got to try last week. The team creating these genetically edited animals say it's not the kind of genetic manipulation you might envision when you hear GMO. Researchers say they're doing the same thing farmers have been doing for millennia, trying to get all the best pig traits collected into one animal. They're just using technology instead of a breeding program to speed things along.
10 billion people, human population on the planet by 2050. And to feed 10 billion people, we need to improve the efficiency of agricultural output by 60%. Conventional strategies heavily use transgenesis. Transgenesis is the insertion of a piece of DNA, typically recombinant DNA, that could never have arisen in nature without humans putting it together in a lab. Genome editing with tools like CRISPRs can create changes in DNA that are changes that can and oftentimes do arise in nature.
If everything goes according to the researchers' plan, these gene-edited animals could be part of the food chain within the next decade. Next up are cattle, sheep, and other livestock. When we come back, a regional Mr. Rogers has been volunteering for decades to encourage the neighborhood kids to read. We'll tell you all about Mr. Kippy when we come back.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months plus $1,500 purchase allowance on an XT5 and XT6 when you finance through Cadillac Financial.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and Hermiston. Every location is conveniently located. And now, Smoke City for Less Hermiston has relocated to North 1st Street by AutoZone. An easy turnoff, $3.95 and you are there. For the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, Kratom, and specialty products too. Open 7 days a week, 5 locations, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and the new location in Hermiston, off $3.95. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Air Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Air Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
To start your 4-cheese mac and cheese, you want to put about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of butter in the pan. And then while that's heating up on a medium to medium high heat, we're going to add heavy cream. And you're just going to coat the bottom of the pan. It's about 1 cup to 1.5 cups that we're using here. And we just want the cream to get heated through and the butter to melt before we add our cheese. We use mozzarella, it gives it that nice stringiness. Parmesan, which gives it a salty and nutty flavor. Cheddar, because cheddar, you know, mac and cheese. And then I use a smoked Gouda, and that gives it its smoky, creamy flavor. You have about 1/4 cup of each cheese in here. But you keep it moving because you don't want to burn your cream. Otherwise, you're going to have a sour milk tasting sauce, and that's not good. We're going to add our pasta. We're using macaroni noodles. This is 7 ounces by weight of cooked pasta. And you can see it's getting all incorporated. The cheeses are melting. Now we're going to turn the heat off. It's okay that everything's not completely melted and combined because this is going to go into the oven. Now we're going to put it into the pan. I'm using an oven-safe disposable pan, and it's perfect for takeout. Breadcrumbs. I'm just using a seasoned breadcrumbs. I like to top my mac and cheese with bacon. Now this is going to go into a 450-degree oven for about 6 minutes. And there's your 4-cheese mac and cheese.
Breakfast sounds better together, doesn't it? Make it even more special with the hazelnut and cocoa taste of Nutella. Nutella, wake up to wow.
Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Cap KView.
Well, let's take a look close to home. Welcome back, everyone. 75 degrees today in Ellensburg. We're seeing the upper 70s in the Yakima Valley. We've already seen some of those thunderstorms this morning through our Toppenish Skycam. Thunderstorms are also expected for the Mid-Columbia. We're seeing upper 70s as well, and in the Blues, well, we're going to be seeing the upper 60s and lower to mid 70s. A big change from yesterday when we were in the mid to upper 80s across our region. We'll have a look at your extended weather forecast coming up. That's your close to home forecast.